Right, welcome to the stream, guys. We are in. Having a little bit of trouble with my software tonight, but shouldn't be too bad, shouldn't be too bad. Tanker, let me just answer what's going on. Thank you. A couple of minutes, just going to start getting everything ready to finish work. Yeah, no problem, man. We're going to take a few minutes to get ourselves started anyway. So, yeah. Alright, we're just going to wait for a few more people to get in the stream, and then we'll get everything set up and we'll get going. Right, I can see a couple of you joining now. Good, good. Hello, guys. Welcome. Right, might as well brief you guys on the flight then. So we're flying from Izmir down to Toulouse tonight. It's about it's just under 2.5 hours, I think, in flight time today. Obviously, a lot of that's going to be taken up by talking and me trying to fix things that have gone wrong. Obviously, latest news. Discord is up. I need to get the link set for that. And the donation link is now active. It's in the description. If you want to go donate, please go donate to me. And all the money that is raised goes towards, well, the channel, getting the equipment up to date, making everything carry on as best we can. So, yeah, if you fancy donating, the donation link is in the link in the description. Already had Jabe give us a donation. So thank you very much, Jay, for your donation. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah. Absolutely love you guys. Right, we're not going to waste time. We're going to get into the flight. I hope you like the way I've look at that. Look at that shot. Looks great. So I might as well mention just now, if I turn this down, that Izmir Airport, the or Izmir Adnan Mendes International. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I'm sorry. It's the airport I've just featured in my latest Supermod video. The developer reached out to me and asked me if I could have a look at his airport. First of all, absolutely outstanding. Its airport is incredible. It's not out for release just yet, but it is on its way. So keep an eye out for it. It will be on the store for about 12 euros. It looks great, so when it comes out, definitely pick it up. Darren Dawson, hi mate. How are you doing? Welcome back to the stream. Really good to be back in it tonight. Just going to make sure everything is in the right place. Don't need this. This is unreliable. Right. Fantastic. Gonna jump in then to the cockpit. Right, so actually, before I do that, I'll show you that the airport looks absolutely outstanding. I'm also shocked at how well optimized it is. You know, it looks great. The frame rate is fantastic. It's better than some of the international airports as well, to be honest, which is surprising because there is so much detail at this airport. It is, yeah, it can be quite frightening. And this is only an early work-in-progress build, so I'm very, very excited to see what happens with that. Good, what about you? Yeah, man, I'm absolutely great. Really looking forward to tonight's flight. Tanker is back. Hi, man, welcome back. I've just put out the message on our social media there, so we should have some more people getting in. Damn, that view, yeah, indeed, it absolutely looks fantastic, doesn't it? I really like flying in the evening. So, yeah. Speaking of evening, if we're going to catch the evening sun, we better get everything set up. So, I've already turned some of the systems on just so we can get on the way a little bit quicker this time, as it's quite a long flight. Cruising altitude tonight is 38,000 feet. Nice and high. Should have a really nice view as we depart as well. Let's just get some of the lights up so we can see. Once again, using the Luke Air tool, so we'll have some nice passenger announcements. We'll turn the nav and logo lights on. We will also call for some baggage while the passengers are getting on board. Seatbelt sign can come on, no smoking sign. Exit lights. We will start the APU. Ding the cabin. Oh, no, let's not zoom in that far. Let's get some heat in here. There we go. It's going to be quite chilly as we come into Toulouse today. By the way, how do you actually install the mods? Quite simple. what you have to do is basically go to one of the mod downloading sites. I personally use the flightsim.2 website. You can go through thousands of mods in there. All you have to do is download it as a zip. You unpack it and then chuck it in your community folder. Sorry, I've been drinking Coca-Cola again. What I will do is I'll make a video showing how I do that as well, and the type of mods that I like to get and how to find the good stuff. Right, that is coming on nicely. We will clear this and go to the flight plan. We will lock the door. Park brake is all set. Don't need to worry about those just yet. IRS is aligned. Fantastic. As you can see, as we take off, we have got quite a We've got quite a sharp right turn to get onto our indicated flight path. So we will see how that goes. I'm not sure if the developer has tweaked the what is it, like the waypoint settings for the airport. Hello. Don't do it again. That's not going to go well. Oh dear. Alright, well, we'll let him do his own thing. Obviously, like I said, work in progress build. You're going to see a couple bugs at the airport. There's nothing like too dramatic. There are just a couple of things that need to be tweaked for the final release, and apparently those are going to be done very, very soon. Thanks, lol. Yep, no problem, man. Just trying to think anything I really need to do. Let's get a passenger announcement going, or a pilot announcement rather. Boarding. Welcome on board, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board. I will kindly ask you to take your seats as we are preparing for a prompt departure. Thank you.
Everybody else join the stream. Welcome, guys. Okay, everything is looking good here. Let's make sure. Yep. APU should be available. APU is available. IRS alignment is set. Navigation is checked. Light set accordingly. Everybody else join the stream, welcome. We're just getting ready to go. We'll go to the engine starter page, ready for pushback. Alright, looking good. Let's get another announcement going. We are ready to depart.
Cabin crew, boarding complete.
There we go. Let's close doors.
Cabin crew, please close doors. Thank you.
Lovely. Let's get on our way then. We'll call pushback while he struggles to go in the right direction. Beacon light on, indicate ready for move. Park brake released. Batteries are on, fuel pumps are activated. We will get a safety announcement on the go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board. Air France, please store your baggage in a belly compartment. Only small handbags and accessories must be placed under the seat in front of you. Emergency exit must
Okay, pushback has begun.
Smoking is prohibited and
Let's go to this page, make sure we know where to turn. Pushback is good. Starting engine 2. Random door sound. I will look at the chats in just a second, just making sure everything is coming on here. Good, good.
Terminé, merci. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. The cabin crew is pleased to be joining on this flight. They are here to ensure both
Oh,
your safety
not to the
and
light. We
well-being
need to go to the left. There we
during
go.
the journey. We will shortly be departing. Please take your seat fast and just sit back.
By the way, has the dev of Istanbul Airport updated it? I'm pretty sure he said he's planning to update it very soon. I know that he mentioned there's going to be a payware version of it. It probably has updated it since I've last had a look, so definitely check it out on the flightsim.2 website. You'll be able to find its recent update patches there. We will stop the pushback here. Park brake on. Taxi light on. Hydraulics. Starting engine 1. Just turn these lights down a little bit. We'll turn the flight direction on. Pretty short taxi to the runway. We're literally only going around here, around to the right. It's a really nice, easy layout. Really looking forward to seeing the airport as we take off. Specs. Yep, so the specifications I'm running, as a lot of the people who are comment to my channel will know, is an RTX 2070 Super with a i9-9900K core processor, along with 32 gigs of RAM. I'm also running at medium settings, so with a couple things tweaked to high, like the shadows, clouds, and I think there's something else I've tweaked to high as well. I'm not sure. Have a look at when we get into flight, or what I've exactly set my settings to. God, I can't speak again. Engine 2 is stabilised. Flaps for departure. Engine starter page back to neutral. APU can come off. We are now on engine power. Geez, pretty beefy. Yeah, I mean, it gets the job done. I mean, even with Microsoft Flight Simulator, high-spec computers do struggle a bit, which is strange. But thanks to some of these third-party developers, they've managed to optimize the game pretty well at larger airports. Right, let's put some power into the engines. Release the parking brake. And we'll taxi to the runway. There we go, I'll go to my default view. Fantastic. As we go by, you can obviously see that this airport looks absolutely outstanding. Like, the glass textures on it look... it just looks great, because the interior has also been fully modelled. So you can see right through it. You can even go inside it, as well as the control tower. The jetways are currently default, but the glass ones are coming, so that's that to look forward to. There's also a few more added ground vehicles and custom buses on its way, so lots and lots to look forward to at this airport. Yeah, I'm sure you guys will love it. I mean, I like it so much that I wanted to fly out of it immediately, so that's what we're doing. Once again, to those of you who are just joining the stream, welcome. We're just about to take off out of Izmir on our way to Toulouse. No, they don't. Want to hear my specs? i5, what's that? 1040F, GTX, 1660 Super, 16GB, 1TB. Oh, okay. I mean, I do remember where the weather radar is. Yes, thank you. Speaking of weather radar, let's turn it on. Yeah, I'm not sure quite what you mean, though. Are you saying no, they don't, as in, like, higher systems don't struggle with the game? I can tell you that they do, because we've had so many complaints on the forums of even the latest, was it RTX 3080? Well, okay, yeah. Well, the latest NVIDIA graphics card even struggles at maximum settings, only because there's so much to render in, and also because the game has been optimized in a bit of a strange way in some places. So, I'm turn that around. Let's spin that around a bit more. Is the scenery freeware? No, this is a payware scenery. It's not yet released. It is the Izmir Adnan Menderes International Airport in Turkey. It will be available very soon on the Microsoft Flight Simulator store. It will be available for, I think, about €12. I think that's what it was said to be. So you have that to look forward to, guys. It will be very good. I definitely highly recommend it. And even in, like, early stage of development, it looks very good. Obviously, you guys will notice these cars to my left-hand side. There's nothing I can do about that. Those are just ghost vehicles, because there used to be a road going straight for across the airport, but he's done it really well to keep it off the actual airfield. So let's just pretend those are taxi cars. Right, we are actually at the edge of the runway, so let's turn lights on. Strobes. Take off. Ding the cabin. Everything is set accordingly. Auto brake set to maximum. Speed brake armed. Park brake release. Flaps set. Lights. MCDU is set accordingly. Weather radar is on. Alrighty. Let's turn the section 1 off as well so we don't have the autopilot issue. Okay, right, we are ready to get on our way. So let's taxi onto runway and take off. Those clouds are beautiful. Yes, they are. They look absolutely outstanding. How long's the flight? The flight is roughly 2.5 hours long in total, end to end. So it's a pretty long flight. But then again, I found out most of the flights I've been doing before, we've got like into a conversation and then I've had to start landing and then I can't focus on the chat. So we're going for a little bit of a longer flight tonight. So yeah. Right, we are lined up. Adding some power. There's 50%. 100%. And toga, forward on the stick. $100 knots, stabilizing stick. 120, V1. Rotate. Positive rate of climb, gear up. And we are away. Yeah, those clouds do look amazing. I'm curious to see how we're going to make this very sharp right-hand turn. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to just level us out a little bit and put our throttle into climb mode. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to dive us left a tiny bit of the flight plan, and then we've got a bit more of a turning circle to head round to the right. It's also worth mentioning, guys, I'm using the an A320 livery add-on, so I'm using the Air France add-on. It's a 4K livery. I'll leave a link to that in the description when I finish the video. Lovely. It's still flying manual. We can retract the flaps. The way that the aircraft pitches down when the flaps come back is pretty realistic. I still think it's a little overly sensitive, but it is realistic for the most part. Right, I'm going to hand it over to autopilot now. We'll start that long, sharp right turn. Feet. So those of you just joined the stream, welcome. We've just taken off out of Izmir on our way to Toulouse. Should be good. Wow. That looks nice. Blimmin' heck. That looks absolutely amazing. Definitely a good time to be flying. Alrighty. 9,000 feet, nearing our... transition altitude. There we go. We will switch to standardized pressure now. Retract the landing lights. Oh, not strobe. Strobes can stay on. Wing light can come off. Ding the cabin. Going through the first cloud layer now. Yeah, obviously you can see how sharp that right-hand turn is. We are quite a way off it, but the autopilot's now going to line us back up with that. Alrighty, good. I absolutely love coming through the clouds in this game because it just looks great how it just sort of, it's volumetric, so it feels like realistic. And the thickness varies as well, which is really cool. Alright, the autopilot's just trying to get us back onto the flight path. Smashing. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, please remember to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I am either streaming or releasing a video. Be sure to go do that. For those of you who are currently subscribed and were asking in the last stream about a donation and a Discord, the Discord link is currently not working, but the Discord is up. Basically on there you can ask me questions, and I will also do announcements on there if I've got a video planned. And the donation link, of course, is set up now. So for those of you who wanted to donate, you can go find that in the link in the description on this video, and you can also find it on the About page. We had quite a few people give us a donation, so absolutely massive shout out to you guys. Thank you so much, it means the world. Also, to those of you who are just joining the stream, we've just taken off out of Izmir. We're now well on our way to Toulouse, 15,000 feet. We will turn the seatbelt signs off. All right. Just checking my manifest here. Yep, looking good. So I'll quickly show you on the map then where we're going. So you can see we're taking off. Is that Turkey that we've actually departed already, or is this part of Turkey? I'm not actually sure. So you can see the flight plan here. We go all the way over the ocean. Is that Greece down here? Yeah, Greece is down here. Fly all the way along here, right over Italy, and into France. So, long way away. Gosh, wow, look at those clouds. Looks so good. All right. Jay, welcome back. Hey man, welcome back. Good to see you again. Just to let you know, we've just taken off. Yep, heading towards our cruising altitude at 38,000 feet. And then it's sit back for 2 hours. Obviously, I don't expect all you guys to sit through the entire duration of the 2 hour flight, so if you wanted to go away and then come back for the last half an hour on descent, you're more than welcome to do that. For those of you who want to stick around and ask questions, yep, they will be your time. Just checking everything is looking good in here. Everything is retracted and set accordingly. I'm going to do this now, so I don't... Actually, no, I'm not. So, we had an issue in the last flight sim video I did. If you remember, for those of you who've seen it at least, I did the ILS setup correctly, but we got no frequency still. We didn't capture anything, which was... really strange. So I'm going to do the exact same method I did in the last video and see if it was something that I missed. But hopefully we should be landing with a proper ILS as we come into Toulouse tonight. It's also worth mentioning that the Toulouse scenery I've got is also a third-party add-on. That's freeware. Link in the description will be made when the video is finished. So yeah, definitely go download those. Well, yeah, go download that, as well as the other mods that I've currently got running. Let's get a duty-free announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may leave your seat when the seatbelt sign has been switched off. During the cruise, we recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened and visible to make easier our checks in case of turbulence.
Is this the fly-by-wire mod? Yes, this is the latest version of the stable build of fly-by-wire. It's the A320NX. Absolutely love it. It's a great plane to be flying. If you don't, yeah. So those of you who were asking, by the way, because I had a couple people ask me in a different video, they were saying, "How are you doing all this stuff in the standard A320?" I have to stress, it's not the standard A320. It is the NX mod. The latest version has added a few new things. One of which being this really strange video feed that you can do, which I showed in the last video. You can do that. It's a bit weird, but yeah, you've got all these new things that you can play with on the MCDU and on the screens page. And the announcements is done by a third-party Luke Air tool. You can't see it because my game couch doesn't capture it, but there's like a little icon I've got here which I can click on, and I've got a list of all these announcements for all these different airlines. Okay, nearly 25,000 feet, just over halfway into our climb. Alright, splendid. We are well on our way. For me, I can now just sit back for a little while, and then I'll program a descent at some point. Now, interestingly, when I was programming the flight plan for this, the flight plans to get into Toulouse are very steep. So what I'm probably going to have to do is start manually descending us with the vertical speed, because the descent point, it wants us to descend, we'd have to be descending at something like 4,000 feet per minute, which is effectively nosediving an A320, so we're not going to do that. So I think we're going to start descending second before last waypoint, just so we've got a nice steady rate of descent and not, you know, kamikaze style. We don't want to be doing that. Good gosh. That looks amazing. I've got to go to the outside. Doesn't that just look incredible? Wow. Isn't that a heck of a view? Wow. Amazing. So those of you who just joined the stream, welcome. It's good to have you with us. Obviously, now guys is your time to shoot in the chat. You guys can talk amongst yourselves or ask me questions. I have got the chat now on my screen, so I can see what you guys are all talking about. Also going to put some music on as well, because why not? Get some nice acoustic music. I'm just waiting for the EFB. What? You talking about an airport, or just multiply your height by 3 and then you have the point where you descend, for example, about 30,000 feet, you need to descend 90 nautical miles before the airport. Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting. I mean, luckily, with the way that flight plans are created, they're all designed so that you should descend at the normal 2,500 feet per minute marker. But, yeah. That's interesting, I didn't know that. Thanks for that, Jay. We'll test that out later. I'm just going to quickly look at my feed on my other screen so I can hear what's going on. If you want me to turn the music up, I can do that as well. It is a little quiet, so I will lose it a tiny bit. Hopefully that's not too loud and not too quiet. Darren, I'm back. Hey man, welcome back. Just finished work, so heading home to do a short BA hop over Heathrow to Newcastle. Oh, amazing, man. Is there a new... I'm just trying to think. Is there... What other English airports have just been added? No, not Newcastle. I think Glasgow has just been added. Southend Airport. Not Newark. There's been a couple new English airports that have just been added. Well, British airports, I should say. So I'll have a look at which ones those are, because they look pretty good. And they're all freeware as well, which is fantastic. Just another point, guys, for those of you who have just joined back, who are asking about the donations. Yep, donation link is now set up. Link in the description for the donations if you want to go ahead and donate to the channel. I really appreciate it. I'm Scottish, though. I absolutely love Scotland. In general, like, I've used to spend a lot of family holidays up at Loch Ness. And, you know, always about the story about the Loch Ness Monster. But, gosh, Scotland, when the weather's good in Scotland, it's a gorgeous place. I'll have to take a look. Take a look at Scotland or the donation. In which case, take a look at both. Donate to Scotland. Alright, I'm just going to look on here. Obviously, well, we can open this up all the way. So it's a very long flight. Just going to see where our top of descent is registered on here. Oh, a long way away. Okay, top of descent is at Padco. Okay. Obviously, I can't see where that is on here. But evidence a long way away. The new UK airports. Oh, yeah, definitely have a look at those because they look really good. Especially because they're freeware. We love freeware stuff. And the Discord link. Ah, yeah, so let me actually have a look at that quickly then while we are in cruise. So... I'm just trying to work out how I can keep the Discord link to stay permanent. Where do you find the links to the Discord? I haven't used Discord in quite a while, so pardon me for being a little bit slow on things. I mean, you can also just search it up in your server. It's just Alpha 5 X-Ray, exactly how it's spelled in the channel. The drop-down menu is where you make the link. Probably in server settings, isn't it? Ah, but my streamer mode is on, so that may stop me from adding some things to it. It's okay, what I'll do is I'll have a look at that later. It'll be up and running by the end of the evening. There we go. Close this. I'll head into here. In fact, I can put it in the chat, can't I? Here you go. There's the Discord link to the Alpha 5 X-Ray. There's not much to see in the Discord, honestly. It's just a place where, for me, I can announce my live streams ahead of time, and if I've got a special video, if I need advice on something to do in the community, then you guys will be able to see it on there. Just also as a reference point, I'd just like to thank those of you who have just subscribed to my channel. I'm just seeing them coming through at the moment. You guys are legends. Thank you very much for subscribing. Obviously, I can see that you're not in this, but if you're watching this on playback, thank you very much for subscribing. And also thanks to you who are in the chat. Thank you for subscribing. We are climbing very quickly, which is really good. Let me just actually have a look right now. Yeah, 659 now. It is going up. See if we can hit 660. Woohoo! See, the chat is back in. Let me just quickly open that up. So I've got a little window, I can see the chat much more clearly. Thanks for giving us the best mod reviews. No problem, man. Thank you for telling me that they are the best mod reviews. Obviously, I do it in a quite stylish way. I make them look like cinematics. So yeah, thank you very much. Means a lot. Also a heads up, guys, for those of you who weren't in the last video, I'm planning to do maybe 1 or 2 Christmas streams around the 20th, so stay tuned for that. We will also set a donation goal for then to get everything set for Christmas, and then in the new year we'll have some new equipment, and yeah, a new year, a new start, a new beginning. It should be good. I'm very, very excited for 2021. I can't wait to get 2020 out of the way. Honestly, it's been such a terrible year. Absolutely awful. The Discord link hasn't worked. Okay, let me quickly check that. It seems to have let me go straight into it. Have you used the Discord link I've put in the chat and not the old one? Because the old one will take you just to a plain site where there's nothing on it. But the new one in the Discord in the chat should work. If it doesn't, like I said, when the stream's over, I'll get everything done. And the donation link also had a few problems. We did a test of it earlier today. I think was on Twitch. It was either Twitch or I was streaming on another software. But we did test with that, and it was a nightmare to get that set up. Oh, you can't see it. Sorry. There we go. Hopefully that's now visible. I can now. Way! It's a miracle! We're climbing very, very slowly. I'm curious to know why that in all the default settings of the plane, especially when you're doing when you're programming the flight through the built-in system, it just decides that you need to fly at 39,000 feet, which is unnecessary for a few flights. Obviously today we're flying at 38,000, which is very high, but we are going a very long way, so there's that reason. I feel like we're slightly underpowered, but we seem to be going fairly quick. Let's see actually where geographically we are. I'm just going to turn this off. Actually, no, I'll keep that on. There we go. We can actually see the cockpit now. Okay, yeah. So you can see this is where we took off. This is how far we are now. And we are going all the way over here. Very long way. Joined. Okay, man. Welcome. Welcome to the Discord. Obviously, when we reach the cruising altitude, eventually, whenever this decides to get there, the speed will pick up a little bit, so we will have that, and we'll be going a little bit quicker. Alright, just seeing what the time is. It is currently 19:52. Should be landing around, well, I dare say 9:30? Around then. Today I flew from Hamburg to Rhodes, Rhodes, that's how you pronounce it? Without autopilot. After an hour, it wasn't funny anymore. God, wait, without autopilot? Yeah, that doesn't sound exactly fun to me. Why'd you do that? Yeah, that would be a quite painful flight, I believe. No autopilot. We got a new subscriber, hey! Was it Burak Karaya? If I could pronounce that, I would. I can't, but thank you very much, man, for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Oof, that's a no from me. Yeah, makes two of us. That is a quite painful way to fly. Honestly, when I first started flying on flight sims, I must have been, what, 7 years old? On X-Plane 10. Maybe I was a bit old, I can't remember. But I had no concept of how planes worked, and I was under the impression that all planes were flown manually. And of course, the only freeware airliner at that point was the default 747, which I look at now is atrocious. But I flew that for 3 hours, manual control, something like 25,000 feet. I think I did it, a flight from Heathrow to Salzburg or something. It was only like a 2-hour flight, but oh my god. Believe me, after that flight, you can fly everything with the A320. Yeah, I bet. That was honestly, that does sound painful. I am starting to really, the A320 is starting to grow on me now in Microsoft Flight Simulator. With all the mods and add-ons that Fly-by-Wire are bringing into it, it's starting to work really well. I thought that Grand Canyon to KALX was bad. Deary me. I've just seen a couple donations come in. Obviously, I just opened it just to have a look how we were doing on that front. If you have donated, make sure it is known in the chat because that way I can see. Obviously, I know who has been donating. I also know that Jay was the first person to donate to the channel as soon as it went up. So thank you very much for the first donation, Jabe. And to the rest of you who have donated, thank you very much for your contributions. It really helps, and the channel is gonna get much bigger. So yeah. Everything is going very, very good. Also, so those of you who are just joining the live stream now, welcome to the live stream. We've just taken off out of Izmir. We're just reaching our cruising altitude in about a minute's time. And then it's a nice sturdy 2 hours to Toulouse. Although it was good to see the canyon, though. The Grand Canyon is on my bucket list to visit in the real world. Just have to do things now because people are coming home. People want to start their live streams, which means the internet connection is going to go woo-wah. Next stream, you get another donation. Oh, thanks, man. Like I said, every little bit helps. Yeah, the donations are going up nice and steady now. Really, really good. Thank you, guys. Once again, to those of you who don't know, with the donations, it's just been set up, and basically all the money that is gathered through the donations all goes towards the channel for better equipment, and at some time in the future, depending on sponsorships and whatnot, we will do some charity live streams as well. Yeah, heard going in a hot air balloon is fun if you don't have a fear of heights. Yeah, it's a funny story. I actually am afraid of like heights, as in like if you've got like a stable height, not an airline, it's like I've got no problem flying. I've been flying so many times, it's ridiculous. But for some reason, if I stand at the top of a very, very tall building, I get vertigo immediately. It's like, whoa, because your brain can register actually how high you are by looking down. Finally home, how's the flight going? Yep, flight's going well. We're just reaching our cruising altitude now. Having some interesting talks about how Jabe was flying 2 hours without autopilot. Oh no, an hour without an autopilot. For some strange reason. Maybe that's an idea for a video. We can do a full flight without autopilot. Who would want to see that? A full flight without autopilot as a live stream. Who'll see that? Type in the chat. Checking my schedule now. I haven't actually got many flights planned after this. Things are going to start to slow down a little bit as we're nearing Christmas. Obviously, I will still be rolling content out. There will be a few more flight sim videos. Maybe an occasional train sim video here and there, because I like driving the trains as well in the TSW2. It's good fun. So the two live streams I'm planning to do for Christmas around the 20th. One will be the Flying Home for Christmas stream. Jabe, I want to see it. Yeah. Yeah, so one will be Flying Home for Christmas, and the other will be nicknamed the Polar Express. Basically, again, just come join us for a nice stream, have a good talk, and see what's going on in the world. Thing is, it's sort of hard to get it working, but once you have it, you can use it whenever. Are you talking about the autopilot or? A little bit lost. The problem with delay on live streams, I mean, I've had to run at normal delay, unfortunately. Yes, before I was usually streaming with low latency, but today I have to stream with normal delay, so things come through a little bit later. It's only because there's so many people on the internet at one time. Autopilot. Oh yeah. Once you know how to use the autopilot, it's easy. It's much easier than it is on the 737, at least. That you have to do quite a fair amount of programming to get the 7.3 autopilot to work. That being said, once the autopilot is working on the 737, it works pretty well. People say they like the 737 because of how much it relies on the pilots for input, which they like, which I hear. So, you know, 737 people say they don't like the A320 because of how automated it is, and it is right. The A320 is pretty much a flying computer. Like, a lot of the onboard system does the hard work. But then again, A320 pilots would argue that that's why they like it. All they have to do is take off and land. And even the plane can do that. Like, there's a way for the plane to land itself. Right, let's just quickly have a look at our maps, see where we are geographically. Italy's roughly halfway into our flight, so we're about a third of the way now. This is the halfway marker. Top of descent is... where is it? It's about here. Here-ish. And we have a nice long descent into Toulouse. Can you fly IRL like license? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. Once again, guys, if there's any flights that you want me to do in particular, like, I don't know, for example, you wanted me to do Munich to Warsaw, chuck those in the chat. They're all considerations, because obviously, while there are thousands of flights you can do, picking one can be a little bit tricky sometimes. And I try my hardest to try and to fly into airports that are not default scenery. Like with tonight, for example, if I was flying into the default Toulouse, we wouldn't be able to see anything because there's no night lighting. Oh, like, do you have a pilot license? No, I do not have a pilot license as of yet. I plan to apply to become an airline pilot or a cargo pilot at some point. So, yeah, I plan to start flight training within the next year. So, 2021 will be a very exciting year for both the channel and my real-world flying. Maybe that's an idea, some real-world flights. What about Gibraltar to Milan? Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll put that on the considerations list. I've got a big list of like flights that I'm going to be doing, so yeah, we'll add to that list. The planes I fly IRL don't even have an autopilot, so I often fly several hours without an autopilot. I can do that. I don't like it. Autopilot's nice because when you're like, ooh, autopilot's jumping a bit on our screen. What's that? Oh, we're just coming up to cruising altitude. What is normal cruising speed? Actually, I don't care because I'm going to up it. Get some speed. Gatwick to Gibraltar. Yep, that's a good idea. 787 Heathrow to Dubai. Yeah, if I could find the time to do that flight. Yep, it's not a bad idea. Heathrow to Warsaw. Yep, good ideas. These are all good ideas for a flight. Chucking them down on my considerations list. Yeah. I am curious why the nose is sticking up so far, because that shouldn't really be happening. Let's just put the power into max for a second. Let's just see. Nope, that doesn't do anything. You see how the nose is like sticking up, and we are at this weird buffered period. Like I thought the plane would go much faster than this. I've never seen this issue before. Yeah, as you can see, that's a bit of a steep angle. What we may have to do is descend a little bit. Let's yeah, let's do that actually. Let's descend to. Oh no, he wants me to hold that. There we go. We'll descend to 370, just so we can get some more oxygen in our engines. Chat's just coming through. Let me just have a quick look. How about Cumbernauld? Small general aviation airport to somewhere like I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce this. Sorry for spelling lol in a Diamond DA62. Yeah, I mean I don't do much GA flying, but yeah, I'll chuck it in my consideration. Do you guys want to see more GA flights? Obviously, I'm mainly an airline geek, so I fly a lot of the A320, and I'll be flying future airlines that come out or airliners. Let me know if you want to see more GA stuff. There we go, the nose is down a bit now. Come on, is in Scotland. Aha! Yeah. Probably not going to be flying in the regular Scottish weather, which is, well, storm, rain, blizzard, hurricane. I don't know, honestly. Do you have FSX? No, I don't have FSX. I used to be an X-planer. I used to do a lot of X-Plane 11. And then I upgraded my computer, and as I upgraded, Microsoft Flight Simulator came out. I sort of said to myself, like, oh, I'll check that new sim out just so I can say I've seen it. I looked at it, loved the way it looked, and then could not go back to X-Plane. So, yeah, I'm now a flight sim geek. Flight Simulator, Microsoft. Why is the nose sticking up like that? Now, the weather right now is decent. It's been okay for the last few days. I mean, I live down in the south of England, so the weather is always really, really, like, it's either nice and calm or extremely stormy. There's never usually a middle ground. Try out Unreal Weather Mod. I have seen that. I am curious to take a look at some point. So yeah, that might come out in a future video very soon. Did the 797 text come through? No, I don't know. 797? Question mark. Oh, hold on. Are you talking about the Discord? Because it's not open on my screen. Ah, how's it going? Just a couple of suggestions. Make a suggestions channel, make a screenshots channel. I know it's a work in progress for you, so yeah, we'll do that then soon. Actually, what I'll do is I'll make them now while we're in cruise. There's your suggestions. screenshots. There you go. So look, greetings. Could you tell me how your input the flight plan for your destination, please? Like, you want me to explain me how I've programmed it, or you want to me to just run you through what the flight plan is? Sorry. In which case, it's a standard high altitude waypoint to waypoint setup. As you can see, we've taken out of Izmir and we're heading towards Toulouse. There's really not much for me to say here. It's just a standard flight plan, you know, waypoints and altitude. So as you can see now, we're heading towards waypoint Pindu at flight level 360. Obviously, we're at our cruising altitude already. It's at 37,000 feet. We're going to hold this for the next hour or so until we get to our top of descent at Padco, and then we begin quite a lengthy descent into Toulouse. Speaking of landing, I must not forget to put the ILS in when we are coming in. If I have forgotten, please all scream at me in the chat to tell me to do that, otherwise I'll be making life difficult for myself. Awesome, thank you. Didn't expect you to read them until after the flight. Yeah, well, long flight, desperate times. If you need someone setting things up for Discord, I can help. Okay, cheers man, I'll keep it in mind. Like I said, the Discord is just like a small thing. I'm not even sure how long we're going to keep that around for. It might move to a different platform, pending on how well the channel picks up. Also, it's worth me mentioning that the channel may slow down a little bit after Christmas and the New Year, because work is going to get very heavy. So we will see how that all works out. Sent the mod over. Let's have a look. Ah, that thing. I find that honestly ridiculous. Yeah, I might make that in a video at some point. Thank you, man. I'll check that out. The 797 is the weird sort of like delta wing shaped aircraft. Looks very peculiar. It's just, yep, I've seen it. Thank you. Obviously, the delay comes through a little bit later for me, but yeah, looks good. Also, Bungo, I hope that answered your question about the flight plan. Just going to turn this brightness down a little bit. We don't need it to be super bright in here. Right, what I'm going to do is quickly take a break and get a coffee. If you guys want to get yourselves some drinks and some snacks for the next part of the flight, recommend you guys go do that. By the way, have you flew to or from Nice Airport? Yes, I have flying. I have flown from Nice many times in the virtual and real world. I'm looking forward to a Nice add-on. I really want to see a Nice add-on airport. So do you have to manually enter each waypoint for your flight plan? Okay, so with the way Microsoft Flight Simulator works, just before I go grab a coffee, the way it works is you can either do it realistically and use the MCDU to enter your flight plan waypoints manually. You can do that on SimBrief, where you literally put your flight plan in, you download a flight statistics page, and your plan will be generated for you. And then you just enter that into the MCDU, nice and simply, or you can just use a quick way of just pre-programming it in the main menu of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and then it just chucks it into your MCDU for you, and you have to just make a couple tweaks and alterations to make it all work properly. So hopefully that answers your question. Are you on the Fly-by-Wire Discord? I think so. I'm not sure. I haven't checked. Bungo, you don't. You can put point-to-point or direct. Yeah, you can do that as well. Obviously, I prefer the traditional method of using SimBrief because it's very specific in the way that it plans everything out. Right, I'm just going to grab a coffee. I'll be back in a couple of minutes, guys. You guys obviously carry on talking in the chat. I'll make sure my phone is with me. So, yeah, back in just a second, guys. Alrighty, I am back. I've also got myself some food, so I can have that on this flight. Be good if we had an online, like a proper chef on this flight. That'd be good. Yeah, otherwise you get like airline food. Suggestions. Let's see what you guys. By the way, yeah, I've asked that. G, could you please annoying Bungo? Thanks, Darren. That's what I was trying to find out whether Alex is to enter each waypoint before he flies. I still don't know. Honestly, Bungo, I can enter each flight plan if I wanted to. The only issue is in a live stream on a lengthy flight already. So I had already set the MCDU up and the IRS alignment and everything like that before we started flying, because if not, that would have added at least another 45 minutes to the flight. And most people just want to get airborne pretty quickly. Bungo, thanks. So you don't have to then. You don't have to. You have the option to, but you don't have to. I think packs would be nice for a stream. I may get packs at some point. Obviously, I'm keeping up with Luke's Air Tool to see what's in here. If I quickly go to Air France, I can do this duty-free announcement again because it's fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may leave your seat once the seatbelt sign has been switched off. During the cruise, we recommend you that you keep your seatbelt fastened and visible to make easier our checks in case of turbulence. Please be careful when opening the red compartment, as items may fall out. Moreover, smoking the toilets or tampering with smoke detectors may result in prosecution. The use of e-cigarettes and the charge of its battery are not permitted. You may not use your in-seat PC or USB socket to recharge your electronic device. To avoid the crushing risk of electronic device within your seat, we strongly recommend you that you stow it away safely. Should your electronic device slide under a seat or be missing, immediately alert the cabin crew without operating your seat. Madame, Monsieur, vous déplacer les distinctions de la consigne attachée à votre ceinture. Pendant la croisière, nous vous conseillons de garder votre ceinture attachée et visible afin de faciliter nos vérifications en cas de turbulence. Soyez attentifs à la chute d'objets lors de l'ouverture des coffres à bagages. Fumer dans les toilettes ou porter atteinte au fonctionnement des détecteurs de fumée est passible de poursuite. L'utilisation de la cigarette électronique et la charge de sa batterie sont interdites. Vous pouvez désormais utiliser la prise PC ou USB de votre siège pour recharger votre appareil électronique. Afin d'éviter le risque d'écrasement de vos appareils électroniques,
I can see a few more people joining the stream. Guys, welcome to the stream. Hope you're all doing well. We've had quite a lot of people coming in and out of the stream today, which is really, really good to see. We're roughly, where are we actually? We're about halfway, just under halfway into our flight. Not quite. We're just over a third of the way, I think, into our flight. This point here is roughly halfway, and then we start to descend around here, and then we're heading into Toulouse. Let me quickly see what's going on our chat then. Do you fancy flying a GA Piper Cub low level around London as a live stream for us? I mean, I can do, yeah, sure. Not sure when the next live stream is going to be. It'll likely be in the next few days, maybe 3 or 4 days. I try and keep the live streams somewhat of a rarity. Obviously, they're quite common, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing a GA live stream, so maybe we'll do that at some point. Thank you, Bungo. I will put that down on my suggestions. It's also when... Oh my gosh, I can't do English. It's also... Let's try English again. It's also worth me mentioning, guys, to those of you who are just joining the stream, because I can see a couple of you are coming into it now. The channel Discord is now up and running. You can scroll back up through the messages and you can find the Discord link. You basically go in there to get updates and announcements whenever we're going to be doing a new video. Also, the donation link is now active. You can go to that in the link in the description to donate to the channel. All the money that is gathered goes towards supporting the channel and getting better equipment, so that in the future everything will be really well established and everything will be good. So yeah. Jay, but I just realised my community folder is 375 gigs big. Jeez, that's a lot. I don't dare to see how big mine is. I've got so many mods, and of course I have to because of all the mod reviews I've been doing. Gosh, I don't even want to look at how big my folder is, but that is a lot. Yeah, hi man, welcome to the stream. Not a lot going on right now. We're just at our cruise, heading towards Toulouse now, about an hour and a bit away from our top of descent. Nice music. I shall do the washing up whilst I'm waiting for the landing. Yeah, good idea. Good idea, Bungo. Can someone tell me how I can find it on Amazon? What, the music or... Yeah, what are you trying to find on Amazon? What can we help you with? While I'm spilling my drink. Are you excited for the Aerosoft CRJ? Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for a lot of stuff that comes out of Aerosoft. I don't fly little jets that much. I've just never really fallen for them. Obviously, I wouldn't mind to fly them at some point. But yeah, maybe that is something I should fly at sometime. I see. Right, we're just about to come over Italy. You can just see the night lighting of the coast coming into view down here, or at least you can on my side. I'm not sure how well it comes up on your screen. I mean, I want to buy it, but I can only find books, so how can I find it? Are you looking... Oh, the game. Microsoft Flight Simulator is available on the Xbox Steam store. You can also get it as a disc just from Google. So yeah, Steam, Xbox, PlayStation... No, hold on. No, that's a lie. Or is it? Is it available on PlayStation? I know for a fact you can get it on Steam, Xbox, and you can get it on Google. You can find it on you can find a disc version on eBay or something probably. Bungo, are you able to go into the cabin during the cruise so that we can see the... What does it say? Hostiles? I'm reading that on my little monitor. Hold on, I'm going to bring it up on here. The hostess. Oh, God. Unfortunately not. The cabin on the... on most of the planes, actually, has not been modelled, curiously. That is something that I believe is coming out in a patch sometime, so... Yeah, unfortunately we can't go in the cabin. The closest we can get to the cabin, apart from the cabin views, is this little video feed, which appears on the bottom screen in the centre, which is a bit weird. Unfortunately, there is nobody there to wave at us. It's not for PlayStation. No, I didn't think so. So if I have Xbox One, I can use it, right? Yep, if you have the Xbox One, it will be out on the Xbox Game Pass store. Or has it come out already? I can't remember. Oh, in mid-2021. So yeah, so it's not released on Xbox yet, I don't think. Oh, you can use... you can definitely get it for free with the Xbox Game Pass for PC option. So if you're running on a... PC or a desktop or a laptop, you can get it with the Xbox Game Pass for PC. It's something like £5 a month or something. Bungo, that's a pity. Thanks. Sorry, man. Wish I could accommodate your wishes, but I can't. There will be a cabin in the fly-by-wire A380. Oh, will there? Oh, fantastic. Good. That was one of my favourite things about X-Plane, is that you could go into the cabin and set yourself default views, and you could even ride as a passenger most of your flight. I do miss that, but obviously if fly-by-wire are going to bring it out, then that's good. Just having a bit of that dinner. Can you put the link for the game? Unfortunately, I cannot put the link for it at the moment while I'm flying, or even though I'm on autopilot. I don't know how I would find a link for it on Xbox. Honestly, if you just search it up on Google, Xbox Game Pass for PC, it'll take you to a download page. You can download it there, and then you just scroll through until you find the game. But if anyone has a link for fair, go for it. Can you show us outside the aircraft from the rear, please? Yes, absolutely. It's a bit dark now, but you can see what we look like. I really like the Air France livery that I've downloaded. It looks great. Okay, thanks. No problem, dude. No problem. So there you go, Bungo. That's what we look like. Look absolutely beautiful. That's a good shot. Let's just see what's going on in the chat room. You heard about the Parallel Flight Simulator 757 freeware for Microsoft Flight Simulator? No, I have not heard about that. That's interesting. I'm curious to see how that's going to work, though, because they'd have to make a complete custom cockpit, won't they? Because that's Boeing. Unless they plan to implement the 747 cockpit, which I would not be a fan of. 757 is very unique. Very nice, thanks. No problem. My mum really likes it. Just the map. We are coming over Italy. Where is it? There we go. There's the coast. FairXDXD12, just subscribe. Way, thank you, my man. Welcome to the channel. Your help is really, really appreciated. The cockpit is mostly done at the moment. Oh, is it? Fantastic. I'll be curious to see that. So if you've got a link for an update page for that, I'll definitely have a look at that at some point. Wait, hold on a second. You say that's for fly-by-wire? No, parallels. Okay, I'll be curious to check that out at some point. Does that make 660? I don't know. Not sure. Just to point out, the only reason I'm on mute at the moment is only because I'm eating and don't want to be hearing chewing sounds while we're in flight. That's not very pleasant. I will have a look at some news in a second, though, from what's coming out of Sobo. So I'll have a look at that in just a moment. Also, to the rest of you just joining the stream, welcome, guys. We're nearing our halfway mark into our flight for tonight from Izmir to Toulouse. We're an hour and 37 minutes in. So, yeah. Everything's going well. If you have any questions, chuck them in the chat quickly, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. Bungo with a ridiculous question. Any chance of doing a barrel roll whilst we are waiting, please? I highly doubt barrel rolling over Italy is going to help wait unless I'm spinning for a long period of time. You know, you can't. The airframe in the real world would just stretch so much it just break. So, unfortunately, Bungo, no barrel rolls on tonight's flight. It was a nice try, though. I'm curious to know, when you guys do long-haul flights in the real world, what do you do to pass the time? I'm usually watching a film or listening to music and just looking out the window, watching the world go by. But yeah, what do you guys do when you're on a long flight? You haven't got any purchases. Was it punches on board, have you? What? Am I reading that correctly? Let me go to my secondary screen so I can see that. I don't have any punches on board. What? Oh, punches. No. Gosh. What's wrong with you, Bungo? Unbelievable. Nice to have a bit of tonic water with you. Keeps you awake. I have once done off camera a very long flight. I think it was New York to Heathrow, and pretty much what I did is what did I do? I took off at like midnight, let the plane fly itself on autopilot, went to bed, woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then came back for the landing. If you do the barrel roll at 1G, it will not be a problem. I'm sorry, I'm going to just take a breath for a second. Obviously, yes, if you did a barrel roll at 1G, it would not be a problem. But of course, in an A320, that's not built for aerodynamics. If I decided to go full left stick, you'd effectively, like, you'd get upside down and then you'd start nosediving because obviously it doesn't turn as well at this altitude as it does if I was much lower. It's just the way it's built, unfortunately. Again, Bungo, nice try. No barrel rolls. I prefer not to spill everyone's drinks and terrify all my passengers while we're on this flight. F-Cam, holy cow, do you fly the aeroplane, eat and play guitar at the same time? I wish I could say I was that cool. Unfortunately not. So the plane is on autopilot. It has been for the last hour or so as we're heading towards Toulouse. I can eat because autopilot does its own thing. And all I have to do is monitor it and do some occasional checks. We will start programming the descent in about half an hour. So things will start to get a little bit more interesting. And play the guitar. I used to play the guitar. I haven't played it for a long time, but no, that's just a musical background. Normally, you can't do rolls and loops with an A320 because of the FWB. Yes, there is that factor as well. I have, like, you know, you can try. Most airlines try and flip them and do crazy stunts, but most of the time it won't really be possible because that's not what they're designed for, and they have systems that can make that not happen. My mate showed me a barrel roll in a 789 over London at 3,000 feet. What? I'm not sure I believe that. I'm pretty sure I would have heard of a barrel rolling 7.8. Like I said, it is possible, but I didn't know there would be one over 3,000 feet over London. Be a little bit worrying if you were commuting to work that day. Let's get some Patreon notifications coming through. So I think someone's just become a patron. Thank you very much for that. Really appreciate your support. It was in the sim, and I will send you the video. Oh, okay, that makes sense. if it was in the sim. They don't do it because that would spill the tea. Yes, that is the primary reason. It would spill tea if they did that. And as proud Britons, we will not dare spill the tea. It won't. Questionable. I already searched for the game. Is it necessary to buy it on Amazon or can buy it on the page of Xbox? No, so you don't actually have to pay for it. What you do is you go to... Oh, wait, let me look it up. I'm already on the page. Let me have a look. Okay, so here we go. This link should... Oh, it's too many characters. Damn it! Okay, basically, if you search up Xbox Game Pass for PC in Google, you'll be taken to a link, which will say like Xbox Game Pass for PC. Subscribe to that. It's only like £5 a month or something, and you get something like 100 games you can download free of charge. Microsoft Flight Simulator is one of them. So I advise you, if that method doesn't work, then you can pay for it on Amazon. But if you want to try and get the lesser version of it, a free version, then just go for the Game Pass version. Bungo spill. All right. Well, guys, I'm very happy to announce that we started this stream at 658 subscribers. We're now at 662, so thank you, guys. Really, really appreciate it. We are climbing, slowly but surely. So thank you, guys. Let me just quickly see what's going on in the chat. Bunga Bunga, you haven't typing so fast. Did you play my Metro 2033? No, I have not played it. FCAM voiced in. That's never a good idea, using the voice talk. Never. Darren again, aloha, hello, welcome. Jabe, I wait for the day when you have 1,000 subs. Yep, man. It may be sooner than you think. Hopefully. I looked at the statistics page and seeing how quickly it's going up. I've set a community goal for 1,000 subscribers by the time we get to the end of January. Realistically, it probably won't be to the end of February, but you know, the way we're climbing, let's stay positive and let's get everything going. According to your altimeter, you are not climbing. You are flight level 37. That's correct. Yeah, we are out of cruise. You can see that the nose is pointing slightly up. I believe this is a bug. I just had a look at it a second ago where the nose points itself slightly up but doesn't climb. Honestly, there is no way to fix it at the moment. There's a lot of autopilot issues. But yeah, we're not climbing. We're stable at 37,000. We are also, now I'm just looking at the map, coming up to our halfway point. Well, is that halfway? Yeah. This is about halfway. And then when we get to about here, we start programming descent, and when we're here, we are descending. This is a nice long descent path into Toulouse. If you guys have been with me since the beginning of the stream, you know, give yourselves a pat on the back. It's a long flight. But yeah, it's great to have you guys with us. Okay, so James just brought up the point which is very, very correct. The nose is up because the speed and the height isn't enough lift for the nose to be level at 0 degrees. Yeah, that is correct. Again, it's a bug. The plane doesn't go to its maximum speed and then keep the nose pointing down, which is a little bit strange. If you go outside the aircraft and close to the cockpit, can we see anyone in there? Yeah, you can. James has... yeah, he's got rid of it now. You can. If I quickly turn the brightness on here up and I spin us round, you can see us two in there. So there you go. Hope that answers your question. Jabe, yes. Okay, so our waypoints are now starting to come in, which is our approaching waypoints, which is good. Let me just see. When again did I say we need to descend? We need to start ascending at Padco. Can we see Padco yet? Not yet. It's just here, Padco. So we'll start programming some stuff for descent soon. Jabe, did you try the Legacy Importer? No, I have not tried that. I don't actually know what that is. What does that help with? You can use FSX planes in Microsoft Flight Simulator with it. Okay. I mean, I'm not too interested in porting over planes from Microsoft, from FSX because, you know, we've got the port over from the A330 and the 74400, as well as the A321. But they look very, very strange. The texturing is very FSX looking, if you know what I mean. We haven't had a look at the view of the cockpit again. Yeah. In fact, what I'm going to do... Oh. No, okay, we're good. I thought I completely cut the feed then. That was close. What we can do is I'll go to my showcase camera. We will quickly close that. And there we are. Dipping up and down. I'm actually happy, Bungo, just seeing us bobbling, keep coming up and down. God, we're bouncing around quite dramatically, actually. Let's just check everything's alright in here. Now that is weird. You see how we're perfectly stable and the camera sort of bubbles. Strange. Thanks. Actually, you are a lot better looking than the bloke on your right. Wait. Oh, because of course, female. Alright. Ha ha ha, bungo. Oh dear. To those of you who are just joining the stream, I can just see you coming in now. Welcome, guys. We're roughly halfway into our flight from Izmir to Toulouse. Pretty shortly, we'll be programming descent and getting everything ready to land. For those of you who've been here for the whole duration of the flight, well done. Thank you very much. Really appreciate the support. And for those of you who have also just joined and are curious about points that were brought up in the last stream, first of all, Discord link is now up. You can go onto my Discord and get announcements of when live streams are coming up in the next videos. Also, the donations link is up. So if you want to donate to my channel, please go and do it. It really, really helps. All the money that is raised goes towards well, the channel, getting equipment for the channel, and making everything making everything better. We want to keep climbing, and also we want to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark as soon as we can. So yeah. Also, if you're not subscribed yet, please remember to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you want to if you want to see more from the channel. You want to get notified whenever we make a new video. Bungo Bungo's got another question. After you've landed this evening, are you going to chill out in the hot tub with a beer or two? God, I would love to. I would love to do that. I'm not sure. A lot of work has to be done, so obviously this is going to be uploaded. I'm going to have to just cut the waiting sections of the video out. I don't know, I'd love to go into a hot tub with a beer. That would be great. I mean, pilots shouldn't really be drinking, but, you know, we can bend the rules every now and again. We are just coming to our halfway point of the flight now. Well, just over halfway. I should say halfway is more about here, I think, actually. Because we programmed the descent here. And then I said... Where do we start? Padco's here. This is the top of descent. This is the actual top of descent marker. Actually, 38,000 to 0 in that time. Actually, yeah, that shouldn't be too hard to do. Okay, yeah, then maybe we don't have to start descending early then. We can descend a good rate then. We'll go back to the GPS tracking. We're gonna leave the map up so you guys can see geographically where we are. We're right over Italy. That's Miguel. Wow, how soon it turned dark. I know, it gets dark very quickly. Especially this time of year. You know, when in the UK it gets dark around 4 o'clock now. So it's very, very weird. We just got another donation in. I'm sorry I missed who it was, but whoever you are, thank you so much for the donation. It really, really helps support the channel. Yeah, thank you very much. Even these people are saying, like, sorry, it's only a little bit, you know, don't apologise. It's, you know, it means everything to me that you guys even want to donate. You know, every little bit helps. You know, you say, yeah, it's amazing. Once again, donation link, if you really want to donate, is in the link in the description for those of you who want to do that. It's been dark for hours already here in the UK. Yeah, it has. It's very weird, isn't it, when it gets really dark early. In some ways, it's cozy, you know, if you've got like a nice living room. And flight simming is quite a cozy thing to do as well. When you've got nothing to do, sit back, put your feet up, and just fly for the evening. It's really good fun. Honestly, being a pilot is the dream job, isn't it? Seeing the world from the sky. You other viewers, where are you all from, please? I live Red Hill, Surrey. Ah, so you live actually right near Gatwick. Obviously, I can't actually let you ask people where they're from on YouTube. That is not allowed, Bungo. So please don't. We'll let it slide, but please don't ask people's locations. Obviously, unless you want to. If you want to tell people where you are in the world, go for it. But you know, yeah. Right. How far to go now? Roughly, what is it? 260 miles until top descent? It's not very far now. I mean, in one respect, most of the flights I do can usually can be fitted all into one flight, into like one radar view. Obviously, in this flight, that's not going to happen. FCAM Canada. Wow, man, long way away. Tankers in Sheffield. Again, nice. Like Sheffield. They do very good pies. That's a terrible accent, I'm sorry. There we go, top of descent's just coming into our range now. When we get about here, we're going to just look at a few things, make sure the descent is all programmed. And then we'll get some weather data and we will be ready to start descending. Obviously, we're still over Italy at the moment, so not yet. Okay, well, Canada and Sheffield, yeah. I've got viewers everywhere now. It's absolutely crazy. Yes, thank you guys so much. Lovely stuff. See how dark it would be if I turned that off. Gonna keep chewing away on my dinner. to those of you who have just joined the stream, I'm just seeing you coming in again now, guys. Hello, welcome to the stream. We've just passed our halfway point in our flight from Izmir to Toulouse. In about 20 minutes or so, we're going to start programming the descent, and then in about 30 minutes time, we'll be in our descent. Should be a nice night landing tonight. Once again, if you guys have joined the channel and you watch my content frequently, please remember to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you want to see more from the channel, and also if you want to get notified when we are live and when we are bringing our videos out. Discord link is also up now, guys, so be sure to take the Discord link out, and the donation link is in the description if you want to go donate to the channel. Bungo, okay, who knows a good joke? Well, not me. My joke is my flying most of the time. I will obviously ask all jokes be kept family friendly, as I do have a couple of youngsters who sometimes come into my channel, so try and be, you know, family friendly as much as you can. So I can see where this is going. I've had this before, and it did not go well. Question, what do you call when you're sick of being in the airport? A terminal illness? Oh dear. Oh dear. You evidently fantastic bungo on a long haul flight. I mean, actually, I say long haul, this is only a 3-hour flight in total, but... Imagine if you can view the passenger seats with some packs on it. Yeah, that would be good. With all the technology, they will replace the first officer with a dog. He will bite the captain if he touches something. What? Alright. Oh dear, bungo bungo. What do you call a pregnant flight attendant? A pilot error? Oh Jesus, God, man. You need to throttle back. Think the single view of the flight's getting to him. Maybe it's the hot air that I've been blasting out. Let's just cool it down a bit in here, shall we? Just cool it down. How do you prepare for approach? Even before ATC assign a runway, in my case, it sends me back to approach only after I am near the airport. And basically, you turn for the right approach once assigned. Is there a way to turn off the acknowledge master warning? Okay, those 2 points have just slightly confuzzled me. There is no way to turn off a master caution, or master warning, if that makes sense. If it's beeping and going warning, warning, all you have to do is press that button once, and the warning will go away. In terms of preparing for approach, when I say we're going to prepare for approach, all I mean is I'm going to type in an ILS frequency and then just sort of, yeah, set 4,000 and then start descending. That's all I mean when I say I'm going to prepare for an approach. In terms of ATC, we're not using any, so we already have a designated runway, which I can tell you is runway 32 left. We'll be using the ILS approach into Toulouse. So yeah, that's all we have to do. It's all pre-programmed, all preset, so we don't have to worry about ATC or clearance or anything, because we're not flying online tonight, so everything should be fine. Gosh, it's got very dark. I know that, Bungo, you were asking in the last live stream we did, can we see the clouds as we come through when we're landing? If the landing lights are on, you will see the clouds, yeah, they will come into view very quickly and very suddenly, because the lights will pick them up. But yeah, we will be landing through the clouds this evening, so you'll be able to see that a bit later. I'm pretty sure I was muted that whole time, so I'm not sure if you guys actually heard me. But either way, I'll go back over some of those points. With Bungo saying that what do you do when you put a flight sticker in an egg? You get a yolk. Very, very genius. Absolutely genius. Very clever. And passing over Rome. This is Rome here, I think. And yeah, we passed over it and we're on our way to France now. The islands are here. We should be, estimate, maybe less, yeah, but just under an hour till touchdown. Maybe about 45 minutes, pending. I might try and pick up some speed as we come in for a landing. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab myself another coffee for the next half of the flight. So yeah, I'm going to be on a break for a couple of moments. You guys can either do the same, grab yourself some drinks, some snacks for the rest of the flight. Yeah, just talk amongst yourselves. We'll be back in a moment. Alrighty, I am back with my coffee and some gingerbread. That's what you need for a flight. What are you guys most looking forward to in the new year? Probably some form of normality restored by, hopefully, by summer next year. That's probably what I'm most looking forward to. Back to flight training, hopefully, as well. That should be good. That should be good. Binary, hey man, what mods do you recommend for Microsoft Flight Simulator? Wow, where do I even begin? There are loads and loads of mods I really recommend for the sim as it currently stands. My strongest recommendation is the A320NX mod by Fly-by-Wire. It's basically the enhanced A320, bringing it to a more study-level aircraft. That's probably the most essential mod. There is loads more mods you can get. You can get the you know, add-on airports, add-on scenery. You can get some add-on planes as well, for that matter. If you go back into my channel, you can find some of my top mods videos, and you can get a proper like showcase view of some of those mods. A majority of stuff I review is freeware, so and they've all got links to where you can find them. So yeah, have a look at that. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the future mod videos which are coming out very soon. Also, what PC are you using? Is it custom built or pre-built? Mine is a custom PC, so I'm running an RTX 2070 Super, 32 gigs of RAM along with an i9 900K per core processor. So I've got a pretty beefy machine. It's very good for most games, and you know, it runs the flight sim pretty well, as well as the rest of the streaming software to get the videos out to you guys. All in all, my computer, I can't remember how much it was, but it was quite pricey for all the components. But you know, that sort of system spec, like layout, is highly recommended, especially if you're doing simming, because I came from a very old computer and it was absolutely like disgusting. Cadler! Oh! So for those of you who don't know, Cadler is an old YouTubing friend. We've done a Dying Light series on the channel. Be sure to check his channel out if you want to see more gaming side stuff. He's got some great videos on there. He's very funny. So yeah, if you want to check his stuff out, go have a look. Cadler 2080 Super. Yeah, we know you like gloating about your 2080. He's doing it a lot at the moment. Yeah, but Cadler, how are you, my man? Welcome to the stream. You better be subscribed, otherwise me and you're going to have some strong words after this stream. Alright, let's just see where we are on the map then. We're not that far away now, so I think everything should just be coming into our final radar view. It is. Fantastic. Padco is after descent, so we will start to get some things ready. In fact, I'm going to have a look in a second for our ILS frequency, and we can see what we need to do. I'm going to sip of that coffee first, though. I'm good, thanks. I'm always subscribed. Fantastic, my man. Fantastic. Yeah, obviously I was talking to you a bit earlier. I haven't been able to respond, obviously, because I've been in the stream with these amazing people. But yeah, that donation link is up now, which you asked about. So you can go check that out if you want to have a look to see how I've done that, if you want to implement that to your own channel. I'll be available to talk after the stream, of course. So yeah, come grab me after the stream. Also, to the rest of you who are just joining right now, welcome. We are 3/4 of the way into our flight now. We're going to get ready to start programming and descent pretty soon, and with a landing in just under half an hour's time. So yeah. How far are you into your journey? Okay, well, I'll just answer that then. 3/4 of the way. We've been flying for the last 2 hours or so. I want to say, yeah, because it says 2 hours and 27 minutes on the timer, but that includes the waiting time and the startup and the taxi and the takeoff. So yeah, realistically we've been flying for about 2 hours and 5 minutes. It's been a long flight, but it's been a joyful one. We've been listening to whatever this music is. Speaking of this music, honestly can't take it anymore. let's shut that up and get something else on. Obviously, I have to find copyright-free music, otherwise I get a copyright strike, and nobody likes that. Let's have a look. Get some jazz. I don't listen to jazz, but it's nice just in the background. There we go. It's a bit of smoothness now. Adler Dam, yeah. Long flight. You said that you were going to start doing some Microsoft Flight Simulator. Obviously, I've had a lot of people in the in other streams asking if I should do a community stream online. I've given it some thought. I'm interested. So stay tuned on the channel if you want to know if we are going to do a community live stream. It's not a bad idea. So maybe as a 1,000 subscriber special, that might be what we do for that. My brother made a very nice gingerbread house today. He's all into like the whole Christmas spirit stuff. He made a gingerbread house. I have naturally demolished it because of its impractical location on the plate. So, yeah. Sorry, bro, if you're watching this. What would you say is your favourite aspect of the Christmas time? Would you say it's Christmas Day itself, Christmas Eve? Some people it's Boxing Day. For me, it's like the whole of Christmas. I absolutely love the not so much the build-up, but more like just the coziness of it. Christmas Day obviously is a great day. It's just a time to be with family and friends, gifts, etc. And then Boxing Day is usually your day where you eat so much that you feel like you're going to explode. But yeah. So those of you who just joined the stream, welcome, good evening. So Cadler's favourite aspect of Christmas is when Christmas is over. I'm going to take the positive out of the negative and say that your favourite aspect of Christmas is not Christmas at all, but is indeed New Year's Eve. There we go. That's the best way for me to resolve that situation. Honestly, I've got a friend who actually absolutely despises Christmas. He's honestly the Grinch in a human format. Yeah. Luckily, I haven't met too many people like that. It's fair enough. Christmas isn't for everybody. Ow. And I've just broken my teeth on a piece of, like, what's this? Icing sugar. I don't know, with the party faces. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the ILS frequency into here. So I'm going to quickly go into my notes where I've written the ILS frequency down. So for landing, ILS frequency is on 180. Wait, no, 108. That was close. I was like, I know that doesn't sound right. 108.9 is our ILS frequency. We'll plug that in. Fantastic. We'll go back to the flight plan. Let's just see where we are. So this is the top of descent here. Not far now. Gonna zoom us in a little bit. So we start to descend here. So we're only, yeah, we're not far away now. We should be on the ground in about, I dare say, 35 minutes. Optimistic. Not too long. Thank you guys for being with me on this stream. I wasn't sure I was going to do a stream this weekend, but I found the time and I thought, well, why not? It's a pleasant surprise. Obviously, of course, not all of you can stick around for the entirety of the flight, but, you know, for those of you who have, well done. Thank you very much for being here with me. It's been really good fun. Also going to mute myself again while I take another crunch out of this very rock solid icing sugar, because I don't think you want to be hearing me breaking my teeth over a flight video. So I'll be back in just a moment. Like gingerbread. Gingerbread's very nice. Once again, guys, let me know. Type S in the comments if you want to see me carry on streaming. Because obviously, I won't be able to do loads and loads of streaming, but I try and do as much streaming as I can. And if people prefer my streams to my videos. Obviously, the videos are much shorter, much more concise. So, like an hour and a half flight will be cut down to like 30 minutes or so. A 2-hour flight might be cut down to about an hour, etc. Obviously, this is honestly what I do for my videos. You know, I'll take off, I'll leave an autopilot, sit back for an hour, and then land. Obviously, you guys don't have to see the whole thing because the majority of the time it's just this, looking at the weather radar, looking at everything to make sure nothing goes wrong. And a lot of people say to me, why bother sitting around for hours just looking at the same thing when you know it's all going to go right? Honestly, it's that kind of thinking that gets you crashes. The amount of times I've thought in the past, like, okay, well, I'll go watch a film now, come back and it's like you crashed, and then I look on the replay and at one point the autopilot turns itself off, goes full left and dives towards the sea or something. So that's why you don't do that. Hello, if you just come to the stream, I've just seen you enter. Hello, welcome to the stream. Good to see you in here. I believe we are just coming into France now. Yeah, this is part of France, isn't it? Wish I could zoom out a bit more, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this is part of France. This is Italy here. Yeah, I'm correct, I think. So this is top of descent. Plane's just coming into view now. So not long to go now, guys. It's been a long flight, but yeah, it's been enjoyable. Just gonna decrease the radar range. That's when you know you're getting close, when you have to start decreasing the range on your nav map. Just looking at the weather forecast right now, hasn't changed much. I think it's got a little bit cloudier as we've come in. Once again, we're using the live weather, or at least we're using one of the live weather presets. So yeah, obviously it's a bit tricky for me to see what the weather's like. When you can't see the night lighting, that means one of two things. The clouds are very thick, or you're over the sea. I'm going to take it that the clouds are thick and we're over the sea, because A, I can see we're over the sea, and B, you can also just like make out the coastline here. And what happens, we're going to dive around over here, just sort of clipping the edge of France, and then over here we start our descent, and then we come down into Toulouse. Very nice. Go back into our stats page. Just want to see how we are doing, because we are still climbing. Obviously, if you're in this live stream right now and you're not subscribed, if you press subscribe now, your name will come up on the video feed with a little dance saying that you have subscribed. Unfortunately, for those who are not in the live stream and are subscribing, do not get their name on here. Not that it's an inclination to subscribe or anything, but it's just a little fun thing. Obviously, guys, you still got time to dart some questions my way. If you don't want to hear me just blabbling on about things, so if you've got anything you want to ask, just shoot in the comment section quickly, or in the chat rather, not in the comments. If you want to shoot in the chat, go for it. I'm just going to be looking on here to see what's new in the terms of Microsoft Flight Simulator mods, because I know there is quite a lot of mods at the moment. I don't know what websites that you guys use. Obviously, I recommend FlightSim.2 website. Link in the description will be available at the end of the video. But you can download effectively anything here. I'm just looking. There's new ground handling add-ons that you can get. You can get entire cities now. Chicago's just been remade. I think there's an aircraft that's just come out as well. The JGSF PA-18. That's interesting. Yeah, loads of good stuff. You can get all types of liveries on here as well for your aircraft. Loads of skins. Yeah, it's great. You can also categorize what you want to find. If you're only interested in downloading airports, there is an entire section where you can download freeware airports from all over the world. If you only fly at certain parts of the country in the world, you can select which country or which region. So, most of the time I fly out of Europe. So I select European airports, and then I get a list of all the major international airports that have been made, and then I've got regional ones as well. It's the exact place I download all my mods from, so tonight's Toulouse airport is from this website. It is free. Again, link in the description will be available when the video is finished. I've just found a really cool livery. It's a Haribo, as in the Haribos and the sweets. A Haribo Thomson Airways Limited A320 skin. I am definitely going to be flying with that because I used to live off Haribos. I used to love them. What is your favourite airline snack, actually? That's a good question. Favourite airline snack? Every time I've been flying, I've always, for some reason, had a ham and cheese toasty. I don't know. Maybe a good pack of Pringles. There's not a lot that Pringles can't solve these days. Once again, if you've just joined and you're interested in seeing more of my streams, we will be doing our Christmas stream very, very soon, somewhere around the 20th. What's the date today, speaking of, actually? It is the 13th of December. We're getting close, guys. We are getting close. Christmas is only just around the corner. So the Toulouse airport is actually, I'm just looking here, it's a very recent add-on. I've also just found out that the airport I was trying to think of earlier was Cardiff. So Cardiff Airport is now in the game. You can now download that off FlightSim.2, so that's cool. Definitely download that. There's also a 216 Squadron RAF livery for the A320 that's just come out. That looks really cool. That might be something to download and do a flight in that. There's been more UK bush trips as well that you can do now. There's been a 747 upgrade, city add-ons. Yeah, there is. Honestly, there is so many mods for this sim now. It makes me so happy because the big fear was when Microsoft Flight Simulator came out originally. The big fear was that we had no liveries for aircraft, and we had no proper European. Sorry, in my throat. Bear me a second. Nothing but a coffee can't solve. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so the game used to be very bland without mods, and we were all very worried because when I got Microsoft Flight Simulator for the first time, the first thing I wanted to do more than anything was fly from Gatwick to Budapest. It's the flight I've done so many times. I really, really want to fly it. I was horrified when I saw Gatwick as a standard airport because it had no lighting whatsoever. Only the runway and a couple taxiways were lit. The airport terminal and layout was all wrong. It was hideous to look at. So I thought, well, it can't get much worse than this. I went to Budapest and the airport was literally just a couple sheds, and I was a bit like, that's unfortunate. So, you know, it's weird how Microsoft have put all this effort into making the world a complete one-to-one replica, but forgotten to add key major details at some of the world's most famous airports. Like, I would have thought it would have been absolutely essential for every airport, or every major airport in every country, to be modelled correctly. And, you know, for a country like Hungary, Budapest International, which is Ferihe, is the only major airport apart from, what's the other one called? I can't remember. I'll come back to me in a minute. But, yeah, I would have thought that Budapest main airport would at least be modelled correctly. Luckily for me, not to fear, there is going to be a payware add-on airport, which I'm definitely going to get. I will be one of the first to review that airport as well, so stay tuned for that. I'm also getting a few of the mod creators to give me exclusive looks at their upcoming projects, so only on this channel can you find some exclusive stuff. The latest mod video I did, which was the super mod showcase of Izmir Mandiz International, it's the airport we flew out of today. I'm one of the first people to view that. I also gave you my first look and impressions yesterday. So if you finish this video and you want to have a look at that, I'll be sure to go check it out. That's a payware add-on airport. It looks amazing. I can't wait for it to be finished. I obviously like the look of it so much I chose to fly out it today on my on this flight. So yeah, definitely go check that out. And in the future, I believe the developer's got a couple more airports coming out. So stay tuned and we will see if we can get some videos on that. Right, well, if you've just joined us, we are very near our top of descent now. So, I'm just going to look over everything, make sure everything's alright. Let's bring this radar view in a tiny bit so I can see when we're at the top of descent. Yeah, not far now. Okay, right, let's go over some things then for landing. Last indicated altitude is 3,000 feet. So, we will set 3,000 in the altimeter. There we go, 3,000, and then we will use we use the VS to bring ourselves in because obviously the autopilot descends us way too quickly. So we'll switch over to the VS mode right now. We'll leave it on 0 for a moment, and we will start descending into Toulouse. Let's just see how far we are now. Yeah, not that far away. Just need to make sure that we don't descend too quickly. Obviously, we can technically get from 37,000 down to 3,000 fairly quickly if we descended at, well, what the plane wants to descend now for some reason. What do we have to be at, Padco? We don't actually have to be descending, but... Oh no, we do have to be descending at Padco. Sorry, my bad. 330 is where we have to be next, Bilto. So, guys, if you just joined us now, we've just begun our descent towards Toulouse. I'm curious to see if this aircraft is going to decide to descend us past 330, which I believe it will. So, preferably... I'm going to select a managed altitude descent using the vertical speed meter. And we don't need to descend fast at all, so let's set a descent of 800. Oh, it's not actually on descent mode. I would like descending mode, please. Thank you. There we are. It's pointing the nose up now. We just want to descend at a nice steady Let's just do 500 feet per minute for the moment, because we are still very high. And we really don't need to be sending that fast. Obviously, we want the aircraft to still be matching our speed. So let's keep bringing that up, because we want to get to Toulouse on time. Let's just check the time right now. It is currently 21:45. So, what, we should be on the ground, I think we were due in at 10:15. I get a feeling we may be there a little bit earlier, though. Just a feeling. Or maybe. We'll see. Have some more of that coffee. Very, very nice. Right, I'm going to release this altitude a bit, because we're actually now under where we have to be, which is a good thing, but we're under it a little bit too early. So let's just level out for the moment. Right, lovely. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do, oh god, English. Try that again. I'm going to put something outside my room quickly, and I'll be back in about a minute. The plane will continue to descend at 100 feet per minute, which is barely anything. But then again, you can see we still got quite a long way to go. I think, is it Orville we need to be at our 10,000? Orville, 19,000. Really? Actually, yeah, that makes sense. Alright, I'll be back in just a second, guys, and then we'll get ready for landing. Right, fantastic. I am back. I've seen a few of you join back into the stream. Welcome, guys. We are now in our descent towards Toulouse. For those of you who stuck around the whole flight, well done. It's been a very long flight. For those of you who are just joining, welcome. Yeah. It's been a very painless evening. Absolutely love it, honestly. Nothing better at Christmas or during a cold times in the year, especially when you live in England. Nothing better than, you know, settling back, putting your feet up, nice coffee in your hand, and jazz music, and a flight to complete. It is the dream. Right, at Balto, which is where we are now, where do we have to be? Let's just scroll up quickly. Ceylon 315. Okay, so we can actually start to get some descent in now. Let's get to 500 feet per minute. For most part, guys, it's a pretty slow descent into Toulouse tonight. But, yeah. Once again, guys, if you're on the channel and you're not yet subscribed, please remember to subscribe. It really, really helps the channel. We are on a race to our 1,000 subscriber goal. So, yeah, let's see if we can get there. Oh, the donation's just come in. Thank you very much for the donation. Really appreciate it. I wish I could link the donations that I actually get and then put a donation warning up on the screen. Unfortunately, I've not linked it yet, so that's why I can... Is there a preview? Oh no, I can't do the preview. I get the little like squirrel that can come up on here and it does a dance and says whoever has just subscribed. But I wish, you can do the same for donations as well, but I haven't got it set up yet. That's why. But yeah, thank you very much to whoever just donated. Thank you. Okay, right. Let me just see now. Okay, Orville. Now we are on our proper descent to 19,000. We have... How far do we have? Okay, yeah, we've got some descending to do now. So let's plug into 1,200 feet per minute. That should be... Actually, no, let's go. Let's be on the safe side and go 2,000. We can always release the altitude a bit if we're descending too fast. Let's bring in the cabin. Nope. Alrighty. Okay. I used to make fun of people with coffee machines, mainly because I was jealous they had a coffee machine, but honestly, I love it now. Coffee machine is such a lifesaver. We're going to plug into our standard 2,500 feet per minute now. That way we are descending at a good rate. Just going to chuck this into this corner. Alrighty. Ah, lovely bit of coffee. If you guys have liked this stream, guys, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat if you've enjoyed it, and if I should do another long flight again. Obviously, this is a bit of a one-off. This flight, it was fairly lengthy. A lot of the streams I will be doing will be much less, usually around an hour's time. Obviously, this flight's been, yeah, coming up to 3 hours now, so it's been a pretty long flight. Right, we can start to close in that radar view now, as we are getting pretty close. We're going to bring the speed back now as well. In fact, yeah, we're going to bring it right back. Alright, we have made a good descent right here. We're going to just release it a tiny bit so we don't hit 19,000 too fast. Let's just see our next major landing point. Silza, we've got to be at... Oh no, I'm wrong. I'm reading that wrong completely. We have to be at 11,900, not 19,000. Okay, no, I'm sorry. That is my bad. We have to descend much further. See, these are why you always have to pay attention to what you're doing. Oh yeah, we got to slow right down. So for those of you who are still in the stream and curious actually how far we are away, you can see Orville, we have to be at 11,000. For those of you who don't know, 10,000 feet is our transition altitude. That's when we turn the landing lights and everything on. This is our sort of workaround towards the airport, and the ILS capture point is just here for our final approach. Alright, I run out of coffee, which means I'm going to have to land for my next one. Alright, we are descending well. Release this a tiny bit. Just going to announce then in our Discord that we are ready to land pretty soon. Alright, fantastic. There is France, there is the coast. Not far away now at all. Obviously guys, now any final questions or anything I want to talk about, now is your chance to ask me, because as soon as we're past, was it Salzy, things start to get quite hectic for me, as we will start to, yeah, we will be coming in for landing. Also just keeping a close eye on the weather radar here, just to make sure the cloud cover isn't going to be too much of a problem. It has been in the last few weeks because we've had issues with the ILS. We've descended really well, so we're going to release this a bit. Let's go to a further 1,400 per minute, should be fine to get to 11,000 by the time we're at Orville. It's only 40 nautical miles away now, not very far at all. And there is the night lighting of France. Alright, I'm going to turn this off now, so I've got my full view back. Alright. Ah, got a comment. There we go. Tanker, it's been a nice chill flight. Yeah, it has. It's been a very relaxing flight. Then again, it always is relaxing right up until something like that happens. Here you go. Engine 1 shut down. No fuel. That should not be happening. Ah, of course, we got the weird fuel consumption issue. Alright. Let's just quickly give ourselves some fuel. Ah, now that's something you don't want to see at all. As you said it, tanker, you have jinxed us. We have lost engine power. Starting APU immediately. Get the bleeds on. How have you jinxed us like that? Unbelievable, man. What have you done? I cannot see my screens anymore. That is problematic to say the least. Oh, my aircraft is quite literally resetting itself. Okay, let's just point that down. We have now got an emergency, guys. I have completely lost view of that. I've got no indication of airspeed either. I need to crank those engines right now, starting engine 2. Alright, that's not working. Landing lights on immediately. This is very hard very quickly. Obviously, without engine power, I cannot do an awful lot. I do need that APU to come on soon, otherwise we're going to have a very big problem on our hands. Because we are now quite literally falling out the sky. Gonna have to put it out. Looks like you're going to have to delay an emergency. Yeah, well, that is hard. Obviously, okay, there we go. Systems are coming back on. Good. Reboot, 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 reboot. Reboot! Starter page. APU is available. Bleed is on. Starting engine 2. Starting engine 1. Engines 1 and 2 are resuming power. Come on, I need them to come on. 6,000 feet. Just try to level it so we're coming to a glide and we're not going to be descending too fast. Don't want to lose too much airspeed here. Okay, engine 2 is back on. Thrust is coming back on. Monitor ice morning. Anti-ice needs to come on because we've got an icing problem now as well. Autopilot is trying to drag us up, but we cannot do that. Taking manual control. To get the nose down, we need some speed, otherwise we're going to stall out completely. Let's get that nose down. Right, I'm going to bring the engines to neutral quickly. Fly straight and level for a moment. Starting engine 1. We're not far from Toulouse, but I will need to get there soon, otherwise we are going to have quite a large issue on our hands. If we need an airport, we need one very soon. Need to go to data. Closest airport is LFMZ. Why is my engine 1 not coming on? Let's just turn it off, let it recycle. Crank engine 1. Let it build itself some power. That needs to get up quickly. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I need to put power into that second engine because otherwise we're not going to have enough speed to stay in the air. Well, at least during this emergency we are having some nice, calm, relaxing music. I cannot get that engine to go any higher, so we are an engine out. There is no airfield close enough to accommodate this size of aircraft, apart from Toulouse. Or none that, to my knowledge, will be good enough. I need this to go into toga mode immediately. That one engine's going to have to keep us airborne. Attempting to crank engine 1 is not working. Auto throttle needs to come off. Manual control is on. We need to gain some altitude. Right, I need to turn this music off so I can really pay attention to what I'm doing now, as we have got a big problem. Autopilot is disabled completely. We are climbing, we are gaining altitude. I cannot seem to recycle engine 1. We're going to turn it off completely, let it recycle, and then we're going to try and put it back on. But for the moment we need to start climbing again. And obviously, now that we are much lower than we should be, going to have to sort of try and take a VFR direct approach towards Toulouse. I need to turn this off so I can really see what's going on. God, that's a bit of a nightmare, isn't it? I cannot hand over to the autopilot, and it's very tricky without a second pilot to get this to work. I need to cut the power against the engines so engine 1 can bring itself on, because thrust levers have to be idle to bring the engines on. So we're gonna glide here for a second. We're going to announce to the passengers that we need to prepare for emergency landing.
Cabin crew, prepare for emergency landing.
And I cannot get engine 1 to come on, which is really, really problematic. Start, you stupid engine! Right, I don't need this on. I need the gens, I don't know why I'm turning those off. Crossfeed fuel is on. Engine 1 is not responding. Okay. And we are, once again, too low. Right, we need to punch some power into engine 2 then. If we cannot get 1 on, then we are going to have to just land on 1 engine, which is going to be very, very difficult. Also sitting a little too low. Alright, what I'm going to do, I'm going to head to neutral, shut engine 1 off completely. We need to get to the airfield as quick as possible. Good luck, lol. Great. Literally, Royal Tanker just went, it's been a nice chill flight. I look down and it goes ding ding ding. Engine 1 cut off. I'm like, oh, great. Right, we need to climb a little bit without losing too much altitude. I mean speed. we need both, actually. In fact, I'm not even going to mess around with the flight plan, and I can't look away to direct a plot straight to the runway, because if I do that, I will not be paying attention to my flying, and then we will hit the ground. So what I'm just going to have to do is just going to have to eyeball it via this to get there. So you can see engine 1 is spinning, but we cannot get it to start. There's only one thing I can really think to do. Right, turn Gen 1 off. Switch to... Right, let's turn this off. Ignition Fault. Attempt to starting engine 1 again. The fault has gone away. Let's see if we can get some power into that engine. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. If you want to crash, at least you have a cool ending. That's not the spirit. Come on, if that gets higher than 20, we're going to be good. I think it is. Let's get this power. Come on, give me some power. 9,000. This is fine. We are... Whoa, but we are dropping speed. Let's push that nose forward. Let's get some speed back. Problem is to compensate with speed. To get speed back, I need to point the nose forward. But if I point the nose forward to get my speed back, I'm losing altitude. So I have to sort of compensate between the two. I can't get any higher. I cannot crank engine 1. This is really, really problematic. And I can't turn anything else on to get this engine to crank over. And he hasn't added the crank function. Damn it! Alright, well, if we have to fly on one engine, then we have to fly on one engine. There's nothing I can really do about it. It does make life very tricky, though. If you have just joined us then, we've just sort of come to our final stage of descent when we've lost our engine. So, our warning has said that we have a problem with our fuel line. We're not out of fuel. For some reason, we've had a leak at some point. We've definitely had a failure of some kind. I definitely had enough fuel for the flight. I made sure when we took off. Before we start the stream. So, yeah. Very, very weird. And if I can't get fuel into engine 1, then we are going to have a serious problem. So, my only other thought is to go into the weight distribution of this. Not do anything here. Yeah, so I have got fuel on board. That is very weird. Right, we're turning the landing systems on because I won't be able to contribute everything. So, not contribute, control. Land A sub, air, bleed, electronic, hydraulics. Oh shoot, of course I won't have enough power to power the hydraulics. Those are going to have to be airlifted down then. Wow, this is exciting. No, it's not. This is very stressful all of a sudden. Where are we? 30 nautical miles to the runway. Okay, not far though. We're going to bring our radar view in more. I'm going to cut the power again on engine 2. Crank setting is on. Back to neutral. Crank again. Engine start. Trying engine 1 again. No, we can't get any reading on that. I can hear in my headset the engine keeps going woo. Okay, well at least we're getting an ILS reading. That's good. That is good. That means we are close. Right. Going back into Toga on our second engine, just trying to boost us forwards. That is Toulouse on our right now. And you can just see the airport coming into view now. Alright, we're just picking up some speed. Let's turn the auto throttle off because otherwise it will start doing its own thing. I am getting messages. I'm sorry, I cannot read them all because I'm having a crisis. Let me have a quick peek though while we are currently at a stable flight. Yeah, it just says, wow, this is exciting, yeah. Well, maybe. Now, there is a runway directly in front of me, but that's not the one we can land at because I don't think that's long enough for an A320. The only one that is long enough is Toulouse over here. Switching the lock mode on so that when we get close enough, we will be able to switch over to the localizer. And the ILS glide slope will have to come in pretty sharpish. Right, we're now going to cut speed and now we are going to start descending through to about 4,000 feet, which is where we can capture the glide slope. The only problem with this is is if I get too low and then I have too little power in the first engine, we're going to have a serious issue. Okay. Engine 1 is now officially useless. Engine 1 is off. I will not be needing a lot of flaps for this because I'm already underpowered. We're less than 20 nautical miles now to the runway. It's just coming into view over there. So those of you who are just joining us, we have an engine failure. We're now making emergency landing into Toulouse. Luckily, Toulouse is our final airport either way. But yeah, this is very exciting very quickly. You're doing really well. Keep flying it and stick with it. Yeah, I mean, you know, the most important thing, even if this was to happen in the real world, the most important thing to do is stay calm. So if you lose your composure, you start doing silly things. Yeah, I can see that engine 1 is still trying to crank over, but is not doing well. So we're currently flying with the APU and one engine. Was it engine 2 that we have started at the moment? I think, yeah, it is. We're going to get quite a few warnings, I think, as we're going to come in. Right, we need to start descending now. Right, bringing the engine power back. Gosh, it is really tricky. When I bring the engine power back, we start to dive dramatically to one side because we're only on one engine. Yeah, it's starting to dip. When we need to get to 4,000 feet, otherwise we're going to have some serious issues. Right, auto brakes set to maximum. Speed brakes are armed. Speaking of speed brakes armed, we actually need to put some spoilers out because otherwise we're not going to be able to slow down in time. We're going to decrease the radar range. We're going to get on the flight path. That way when we are within glide slope capture, we will be able to grab that. You can see the airport now just to our right side. Any chance of barrel before landing? None. If it's hard enough to do it with 2 engines, it'll be close to impossible to do with, well, 1. I'm not seeing an ILS reading, which is further worrying. Right, we're going to get a bit of an overspeed warning, but I have to punch some flaps out, otherwise we're going to have a real problem slowing down. Right, and also turning with this one engine is very tricky as well. We're clear to land for runway, was it 34 left? No, 34 right, wasn't it? Auto throttle needs to come off, approach mode needs to be engaged. Gear down. We're going to stick with... No, we're going to go flaps 3. We're not going to go flaps 4 because otherwise I will simply just won't have enough power to get us to the runway. All stuff is on. Fire pumps are ready in case we have a fire. 2,500 feet. We are lined up. Once again, I've got no ILS reading, and that's probably because we haven't got all our systems up and going at the moment. Because because one of our generators is off. So the only thing that I can view is the localizer, and well, whatever else we have, which is not a lot in this case. Oh, it's very hard to fly with one engine. I have to use quite a bit of rudder to compensate. It's all downhill from here, Cadler says. Yep! There is only one way down now. Right, the good news is we are lined up. Without an ILS, I cannot obviously get a reading in. Obviously, this is now quite dangerous. I'm going to turn this frame radar on so I can see if we're getting way too low. This is going to require some very like good foreseeing techniques. Let's kick some more power into the engine. Very tricky to control, and we do not want to have a go around here. Not on one engine. £5 if you crash. I think it's £10 if I don't crash in this case. $500 feet. Terrain radar is off. 400. Gonna absolutely slam on the brakes. 300 feet.
Too low, flaps. 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 Too low, flaps.
I honestly cannot pay attention to whatever that's saying.
Too low, flaps. Too low, flaps. Too low, flaps.
Oh, we're going to be landing a bit left of the runway, a bit right.
Too low, flaps.
Stand by,
Too
brace,
low,
brace,
flaps.
brace. We are down. Full on the brakes. Cannot use reverse thrust on one engine. We are down, ladies and gentlemen. We have made it. Caution can come off. Auto brake is released. We're going to pull off the runway and get in here sharpish. Whew! Right, well, for better for worse, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Toulouse. We have made it. Here comes the fire truck. Crikey, that all got dramatic very quickly. I mean, the fire truck's not doing much good. He's going in the wrong direction. Right, let's just follow the fire truck over to where it wants us. Very curious. I'm not sure why we had a failure. It said there was a fuel problem. Yeah, we must have had a fuel leak then. Yeah, that engine's still completely off. Right, lights can come off. Taxi light, wing, strobe, lights off. APU is already started. Obviously, we need to still be careful because we have no idea what's wrong with that engine, and if there's a fuel leak, we do not want that fuel to drop onto a burning hot engine. Let's just dash ourselves into one of these gates over here just to get everybody off the plane nice and quickly. We're just going to dive in over there. Here we go. In here we'll be fine. I need to get those engines off pretty sharpish. Engine power is off. We are stopped, park brake on. Engine 2 off. Engines are set off. Crossfeed can come off now. Ladies and gentlemen, please evacuate the aircraft. Let's just quickly connect the jetway so they can get off sharpish. Obviously, there is no emergency slides yet. Good. Okay, ground power is on. We're going to come off APU. Beacon light can come off. Retract everything else. Taxi light off. Fuel flow needs to come off as well. We're going to start putting some fire extinguisher on that engine just in case that decides to explode. Right, and turn those off as well. Okay, well, the good news is we have landed nice and safe, guys. We are down, even on one engine. And our passengers are now getting off and running inside screaming, I'm never going to fly over Air France ever again. Right. I think I handled that pretty well. I don't know. You guys can tell me in the chat now. I'll come off that. I'll see what you guys were saying throughout that. So I stopped looking when Stu was flying. Wow, this is exciting. You're doing really well. Keep flying and stick with it. Yep, I read that. Any chance with barrel? No chance. At least you've got a nice evening for it. Yeah, well, there's that. It's all downhill. Yeah, so Cadler, you said £5 if I crash. I didn't. So I'm going to claim £10 off you for not crashing. Just like myself, looking good. Bungo, of course. Why? You're a star. Well done. You saved everyone. Dear Lord. That was my exact thought. Was like, oh, God, don't come off the side of the runway now. Not bad landing, considering. No, it wasn't, actually. It was, didn't even bounce it. Bungo, I think you need to invest in more reliable simulator, Alex. Yeah, so it's the simulator's fault and definitely not mine. You did amazing, 7 out of 10. I think landing on one engine at an airport I didn't think I was going to get to would be a million out of 10 at this point. Thank you, guys. That was a bit more than we expected, wasn't it? Crikey. Right, well, apart from the absolute mental event of the ending, that was not supposed to be that exciting. But then again, that was really good fun. You know, it's really good that the simulator does that. It just brings out a moment of chaos on you, and you're not expecting it. Right, well, not that. Sorry, there we go. We'll go to our intermission screen. Right, fantastic. We are down. Guys, thank you much for watching the stream. Exciting as it was. Yeah. If there's any final points you want to make now in the chat section, any donations, now's the time to make it. And I'm going to have to go and get some liquid of the alcohol variety. That was dramatic. Top work, Alpha. Thank you. Thank you very much. SP. Thank you. Yeah. Whew. Gonna have a sip of water after that. That landing deserves a lot of beers. Yes, that does deserve a lot of beers. Whiskey, absolutely, Cadler. In fact, I'm going to come talk to you in a minute, mate. To the rest of you, though, who were in this flight, thank you so much for watching this stream. Be sure to stay tuned for the next one. For those of you who have given donations over this flight, thank you so much. It means the world to me. If you're not subscribed already, please remember to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my content. Yeah, apart from that, guys, thank you so much for watching. So we will see you in the next stream, which will likely be the next few days, and then the Christmas stream will be following shortly after that. So ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video.